back, everybody. So today we're going to take a look at Firestone Walker's Union Jack IPA. Now, I did pick this up in a mixed 12-pack. I think they call it IPA mix pack. Um, so yeah, this should be interesting. I almost want to say this is my first Firestone beer that I've had. 7% ABV. I'm curious though. Uh, uh, Beer Before Glory West Coast style IPA. Because I did get this out of a mix pack, there's no date on it. That's one hard thing. I have seen one mixed box that actually stamped the date on there, Best Buy, on the outside of it where you pick up the handle. It was like in the corner. That's the only one I've seen do that, but I think everybody has to. So there is a number on here, 30803B1BD. I don't know if that translates into anything. If they can put that on there, they can put the Best Buy date on here, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get this open. I'm not sure what this 12-pack cost. There's four different beers in there, 3 of each. There we go. So West Coast IPA, huh? Off-white colored head, a little yellowish orange coming up through that head. Pretty much all small bubbles, about a finger of head. Color, I'm going to go orange. Light orange, not that golden yellow. I'm seeing it a touch lighter than what you guys are. Lots of bubbles coming up, but this glass is etched. It looks pretty clear, a little bit of chill haze on there. But for a West Coast IPA 7%, we're almost pushing that double. Sure. If anything, I would say it looks a little light. Like, for me looking at the camera, that's the color I think it should be for 7%. But that's me. Let's go ahead and smell. Sweet maltiness, that very light malty syrup like you would get in a double IPA. It's there. Bitterness. It seems like orange rind bitterness, maybe a little grapefruit rind bitterness is cutting in there. I would say that malty sweetness is here, and that orange grapefruit rind bitterness is like here. So they're pretty close together. That's about it. It almost, I'm just because it almost smells like it's old. Like I'm still getting some of the hop, but West Coast, I could see this being a West Coast IPA, especially if they're saying beer before the glory, like meaning they were making this before West Coast style came out. I could see that smell. More malty sweetness, but that's what you also see in an IPA that's older. But let's go ahead and taste. Malty sweetness, kind of on the thick side, probably medium body. Um, I want to say it's like a honey orange rind bitterness. It kind of like there's an initial burst of that bitterness, like what you would get. I wouldn't say piney, but the West Coast bitterness, I think is there. A little less pine, more like sweeter orange rind. Goes down pretty smooth. Um, for as much carbonation as I was seeing, I would say it's almost undercarbed a little bit. Like it needs more carbonation in there. Um, a little, I would say pine, grapefruit bitterness on the back end, sweetness. That sweetness does come back with that rind bitterness in the aftertaste, and just like hangs there. Like resinous pine bitterness, but a lot sweeter, sweet pine if you wanted to go that route. It's kind, it's weird. Like I do think it needs more carbonation. I think that's the issue. Like it feels thicker than it should be. Nothing. It's just like sliding um, down your throat. It's weird. Um, yeah, like it needs more carbonation. Not bad. For me, I'd probably go 3.5 out of 5. Carbonation level needs to be up more. West Coast IPA. I think this, because it's not a double, that malty sweetness needs to be toned down. Give me more pine. Give me more bitterness. Give me more citrus. Um, I think it's almost like it under attenuated, and that's why it's thick. But again, like I said, I think it has to do with the carbonation on this one. Obviously, I'm still burping though. But let's go ahead and check Untapped. So, 66 of my friends have checked this in. 3.83 out of 5. 257,000 people have checked this in. 3.8. So I am a little bit lower. This is 70 IBUs. I guess I didn't say perceived or anything like that. Yeah, sure. I I can't say it now because I looked at it. Hoppy, smooth, strong, sweet, light. What's light? What's strong? Are they saying, yeah, it's 7%. How is that strong? Let's see. My first, so Greg also had his first on May 10th. He gave it a 4.1. Um, he's saying classic. I remember having them, and they were more of a pine bitter bomb with some citrus. Maybe I just had the wrong ones. Um, 3.8. Strong but smooth. Yeah, malts. Why are people saying strong? 3.5. I'm getting hops, but this is not fresh, not fruity. I don't think it's supposed to be fruity, is it? Huh. Yeah. There's no date on here, so I can't tell. It does seem, I mean, by this, I'm not, nobody said fruitiness, so I'm not getting fruitiness. I don't know why they're saying strong. Full sweetness, yes, I get that. So I I I can't tell if this is young or old. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. If you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.